Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Brews and Blockchain.
Brews and Blockchain?
Brews and Blockchain.
Brews and Blockchain.
Brews and Blockchain.
Wow.
All right, so that's our intro song. We're working on it. It's a work in progress. Let us know what you think. We may change it. We may not.
Yeah, who knows? But
All
we'll
right.
probably change it.
So, Brews and Blockchain, what comes first? Is it blockchain on this show? No,
what are you?
it's brews.
Okay.
You see where
I
I'm going?
didn't pick up what
So,
you're pouring.
You
out.
should have a Stein, sir.
Yeah. Oh wait, it's right here.
Check out the Stein. I've introduced it before, but it's back. It's beautiful.
Yeah, Steins are the only way to drink
It's
beer,
glorious.
in my opinion.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, Ross, I'm going to pour you it's called a TEGA HAZE. It's an Imperial IPA.
Ooh.
It's from the Model A Brewery in TEGA, South Carolina. So
Okay.
it's an Imperial IPA.
Oh, give me the last. Do
The
you have any?
dregs. The backwash. So you might recall we had an Imperial before, and I asked the guy when I got this today, and an Imperial is just kind of an amped up version. It's got like more alcohol. It's a little bit more bad arse.
Oh, okay. Okay. It's more royal in its taste.
Imperial. Yes. Good. Good. All right. So we got the beer
Yeah.
kind of out of the way, but I'm going to take a drink. And then, you
Yeah.
know what? Let's get to the blockchain.
Yeah, I think the blockchain is it's essential to a crypto podcast. So yeah,
Yes.
but
So-
brews are also essential. I think.
Brews and Blockchain, as you know, you may know us as the Crypto Masters, where we usually talk about a particular coin or token. On Brews and Blockchain, we just talk blockchain. Whatever's going on in the news. This week, it's November 2nd, 2021. And so we're just going to talk about some news.
Yeah, absolutely. We like to hit the hot topics, give you the high level overview, so you don't have to scour through Twitter like we did. Although we love it, we do love it.
Let's talk. First up this week is a new partnership, a new promotion from Burger King and Robinhood called A Side of Crypto.
This is a whopper of a news.
Oh, man, that is flame broiled. Okay.
Oh, I like all the
Yeah, a lot of
all the
lot of
dad
ad-lib
jokes
here,
right
yeah.
there.
So, Ross, tell us a little bit about what is the side of crypto going on at Burger King and Robinhood?
Yeah, so side of crypto is almost like a dream I had, but it's real. Literally, you can go to Burger King and ask for a side of crypto, but basically you enter into a sweepstakes to win crypto, and that involves, I've got it up on a board right here, you could potentially win 20 Bitcoin.
Well, that's the total.
Yeah,
That's
this
the
is a
total
pool.
they're giving away.
That's a good point.
Because that's 1.2 million right there.
Yeah, that is a total of 1.2 million as we stand right now. But the pool is 20 Bitcoin, 200 Ethereum, and 2 million Doge, and that comes out to 1.1 million Bitcoin, 900K ETH, and 540K Doge.
Yeah, they say on the little promotion, you're more likely to win Doge, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Because each one is worth very, very little.
Yep.
Although, continues to go up. But yeah, that is a cool promotion. We talk about, what's going to happen when crypto hits mainstream. And I mean, again, another example maybe of a step in that direction.
Oh, yeah. I think this is a monumentous step. I mean, I'll say it again. This just feels like a freaking dream I had, Brian. Like, I literally could have had a dream like, you know what, Brian, the other night I went in to Burger King and I was able to almost, enter for a chance to win some crypto. It's awesome. But this is a reality.
You
right
know
now.
that King guy with the mask? Is he in your dreams?
No, that would be called a nightmare, Brian.
That sounds like maybe he's in your dreams.
Good God. They had a Sneaky King video game for Xbox 360.
With the creepy king guy?
Oh, yeah.
He's like, I always figure I'm going to wake up and he's just going to be there staring at me or something.
Yeah, I'm glad that he's got to be gone now. He's gone now? I haven't kept up.
No, they're still using him.
Really?
Yeah. He's
Oh,
kind of cool. In a creepy way, he's kind of cool.
That might explain some tank in the Burger King stock. If
Yes,
there was
maybe.
one. Yeah.
All right, so
Yeah.
that's a great step for crypto and hitting the mainstream. Let's talk about something not so great for crypto, and that is Squid Game token.
Oh, yeah.
So you watched Squid Game on Netflix, right?
I am
It's
full.
very
Yeah,
popular.
I'm up to speed. Yeah, it's an awesome show.
I have started Squid Game, have not finished it, so no spoilers here.
Yeah.
But it's very popular. Dystopian game of the future, I guess. Although I don't know if they really date it, really.
No, I don't think they date it, but I think it is supposed to be like current time.
Maybe,
but there's
yeah.
like this kind of
But anyway, Squid
fancy
Game's
game
very
going on, yeah.
popular. There's the memes with the old guy.
Oh, you had to have seen the meme.
Yeah, the memes with the old guy.
That's what spurred me to watch it. Actually,
So,
I gotta get caught up.
With the meme tokens doing so well, Shiba Inu we talked about on the last show. Dogecoin keeps doing well. Other ones are on the way up. Let's name some. You know what? As an aside, I bought me a meme token. It is called Elon.
Oh
token.
no, you did?
Doge or Dog Elon Mars.
Oh,
I bought a little bit. Oh,
Yeah.
it went way up. It went up. I mean, not way up. Went up 50%. Which
I have a friend,
meme
Will, if you're
token
listening.
land. That's not that bad. But.
Yeah, I have a friend that is begging me to get me some Elon Doge, and yeah, it's doing some.
There's
doing some
variations.
movements.
I almost bought. I first went to the place where I could buy it, and Elon 1 token came up. I thought, oh, is this it? And then I'm like, no, let's make sure. No, I want to get this Doge Elon Mars.
Yeah, sorry, I may have said it wrong. Dogelon Mars.
Yeah, or dog. I heard one guy call it Dog Elon Mars, which if you just kind of read it, but I think.
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
you
yeah,
have
yeah,
it
there you
pulled
go.
up there.
Okay,
It's
I'll
like,
have it up back
It's
here.
almost
probably,
top 100 now, isn't it?
It's at 127. I think it was at the highest
It
I've
dropped.
seen it.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
dropped 20%,
Yeah.
22% in a day, but I've seen it as high as 100.
I think it got
Right?
maybe top 100, maybe in the
Yeah,
90s.
I've seen it right at 100. But
Anyway, so we digress. So anyway, meme tokens are exploding. Everybody was getting in. What's going to be the next Shiba Inu? Which is kind of why I bought Elon. But as a joke, I if I lose it all, I'm okay. Not really, but I mean, I understand that could happen.
Oh yeah, I'll just say I've got some Doge just
Well,
ready to go. And I'll
at this
probably get
point,
some
I don't see
along.
Doge going to zero.
Oh, absolutely not.
No.
There's too much
No.
momentum. Burger
Right.
King's behind it.
Yeah,
so,
right.
yeah.
And so yeah, Doge is in a separate category as far as meme tokens go. But anyway, so Squid Game token came out, obviously capitalizing on the popularity of the show and its popularity with young people.
Yeah.
And the token went bonkers. I mean, it went up like 100,000%, or maybe even more than that.
It was insane. Yeah.
Because as these meme tokens do, like Elon, and Shiba Inu, there's such a fraction of a penny, for each one that, you feel good. Oh, I can buy 1,000 or I can buy 1,000,000 of those. And you're still spending like $20.
Yeah. And, I mean, they entice you in because you see that
Yeah.
fractions of a penny.
Right.
And you're like, I mean, in everyone's mind, oh, if it ever goes to 1 cent, even 1 cent,
1
a tenth
cent,
of a
10
cent.
cents, $1, I'm a billionaire.
Yeah,
that's what
but
people say.
I think, this is a side note, Brian, but you've got to look at, if this is coming from a crypto master, look at that market cap. Where would it have to move to hit
Yes.
that amount?
Good call.
If it's got to...
If that's going to put it in the top 20, probably ain't going to happen. Yes, Shiba Inu, it happened, but
Yeah,
otherwise,
that was-
eh.
But people
Probably
calling
not.
for Shiba going to 1 cent, that would be take it above
Bitcoin.
Bitcoin.
Would it
which,
really?
Man, that I do not see that happening,
no.
folks. So yeah. But yeah.
All right. So anyway, Squid Game token does the pump like all these meme coins are doing. Everybody jumping in. What's the next one? Goes up 100,000% or more. I don't know. But anyway,
A crazy amount. Yeah.
Suddenly, I mean, suddenly dropped to zero or close to zero.
And Brian, if you're caught up by now, you'll understand the reference. Red light, green light. It did a red light, or it did a green light and just made
kept
a
moving
red
and
light. I mean,
yes.
you could just see the candle green.
It was
and then
terminated.
red.
And this
Yeah.
was a classic rug pull where the developers or the programmers basically, I think, took the money and ran.
Oh yeah, I don't.
And they announced that somehow, and it just literally plunged it amazingly. And this is just a warning because, at the Crypto Masters, we want to educate people. We want everyone to succeed in crypto. You got to be careful with things like this. Jumping on the bandwagon is usually not a good idea. And I'm almost embarrassed to say I did it with the Elon, but I want to be candid and tell everybody I just did it kind of for fun. I put in an amount that literally, if it goes to zero, I'm okay with that. So,
And-
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well, I was just gonna say, I think that's the key with these meme tokens. Like, sure, I'll have some fun. I'll probably buy some Dogelon Musk. I keep Dogelon Mars. I keep forgetting the name, but just for fun, maybe a very fraction of my portfolio.
I mean, it's just one of those. Again, I'm not proud to say this, but it's one. It's like Shiba Inu. They said if you bought, or somebody, they actually found a wallet where somebody bought $8,000 worth. I didn't buy that much. Somebody bought $8,000 worth at the beginning of the year, and now it would literally be worth $1 billion, more than $1 billion, $2 billion, $3 billion, something like that. Mm-hmm. So, if you're going to do that on the meme coins, buy a small amount. If it hits a big, great. If it doesn't, then no big deal.
Yeah, at that point, it's essentially gambling because,
well, it is. And it is. My whole thing on the Dogelon Mars is gambling, I admit. And then the Squid Game token, I hope no one really got hurt that badly. I hope they went into it that way, but probably not.
Really, yeah. You hope for the best, but with those candles, I kind of expect the worst there.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. All right. So that's just a warning. Keep that in mind. Do your research. All right. Let's move on to the next topic, which is the President's Working Group issued their stablecoin report this week. And this is a boring topic, Ross, so we'll be quick about it.
I picked it. I picked the topic.
So this came out this week, and a lot of people were waiting on it because, hey, what are they going to do? And I don't know. What do you think? Did you? I didn't read it. I read summaries of it. What about you?
Yeah, it's almost kind of like what you said, Brian. I don't know if you said this already, but it's kind of like almost not worth mentioning at this point because they reviewed it, but they're still, before we do anything, we'd need tons of regulation and all that stuff. And as we know, our government moves at the speed of light.
Right.
So it would take forever for this to even come to fruition.
It's a President's Working Group. They have no power. They have no ability to pass legislation. What they said is, here's kind of our findings. We're going to give these to Congress, and we suggest Congress pass some regulation in this regard. Yeah. And we all know how long it takes Congress to do anything, which is probably good. But so I think for the most part, people are saying, it's kind of what we expected. It's not going to be anything that happens anytime soon. So this is not a big deal. It can be, tweaked. It will be changed. And so, at this point, it's not much of a story, really.
Yeah, I think, that's not to say we're opposed to any stablecoin coming to light and being this...
some regulation on it, yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing is,
it would be awesome.
Right. Yeah. With Tether, there's been for years this, these whispers about Tether, it's just a Ponzi scheme and it's not backed by dollars. And they actually did, investigate it, and it's not backed necessarily by dollars. It's by mostly dollar equivalents. But there are some things, as I understand, that's backing the Tether, the fund underlying the stablecoin. Some of those are not necessarily dollar equivalents. It's like investment contracts or something like that. But I think for the most part, that's turned out to be a pretty small percentage that would even be a concern. I think they've definitely been working on it, and that's not. I think that whole story has been squelched for the most part.
Yeah, and that's a good thing because we don't really talk about stable coins because we're more of a we look at investment things. Yeah. So, but we've touched on a couple on our previous podcasts. And really how they stabilize their value is pretty fascinating, honestly. So there's more to go.
And there's different ways to do it. For me. I'm not afraid of Tether, but given my choice, I would go USDC before Tether because I think it's backed by more dollar equivalents. I like DAI. I think Maker, the DAI backing the Maker token.
That's a good one too. I guess if we're talking favorite stable coins, I still like Reserve Rights token. I still love the team behind that. Yeah, and then their plans, I don't know how they're going to do it. I don't know if they fully know how they're going to do it yet, but to move away from the peg to the dollar and eventually get on a whole another scheme.
Yeah, using a basket of different assets, right? I remember like gold and different currencies and real estate and things like that, which is a pretty good idea. Also, we should note, I think there's an interesting one coming out on the Cardano blockchain called JED, which is like DJED, but I think it's called JED. No one really knew how to pronounce it. I heard Hoskinson call it JED, so I'm going to call it JED.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
But yeah, that one sounds pretty interesting too. So anyway, that's the stablecoin report. No big deal. It wasn't a big it wasn't a big FUD for crypto. So that's the good news.
Yep.
All
Right
right.
on.
Next topic, Ross, is this week Facebook changed its name. It's now going to be called Meta.
Yeah, this one's funny. I don't know. Just seeing Mark Zuckerberg's little presentation there, it was cool. The animations going on, his room kind of turning into the metaverse.
Yeah,
that was pretty cool. But
yeah, I don't know about Mark, and just Facebook itself just has got a black eye, and they were going to come step on crypto a couple years ago. You remember with their thing, and that didn't happen.
Yeah, I gotta be honest. Being a crypto fan and enthusiast, I'm not a huge fan of Facebook. I mean,
how can you
see? Yeah, I mean,
talk
seeing
centralization. In fact, Facebook kind of shows what we're all about. We're all about decentralization.
And you see how they just spy on you, and then new reports have come out that they're actually, if you have Facebook app on your phone, I mean, I would consider deleting it because they track your movements all the time.
Really?
And they use your accelerometer. You know what I'm talking about? That it's the device in the phone that can detect movement. So if you're in oriented landscape or vertical, so it's like as long as you have it downloaded, they don't tell you that, but they're tracking that info all the time.
Wow.
So with that, they can.
No, I didn't know that. Stuff. But just their censorship thing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Yeah. It's come on. I don't know. They try to censor. Any censorship is just fraught with bad motives and or questionable motives at least. And so, anyways,
the spying, the censorship. Yeah,
it's
we're not huge.
It's not what crypto's about. So it's the opposite of what we're about. But so the metaverse thing has led a lot of people to think, okay, the metaverse is going to be the next big thing. And we've talked about this before, and I don't know exactly how to describe it, but there's the mana token for the Decentraland, which is kind of it's just another parallel universe. A lot of people say, what was it called? Second Life?
Oh yeah.
When there was an Office episode where Dwight was on Second Life. Anyway, something like that is kind of what the metaverse is. It's just a parallel universe. And if you've seen Ready Player One, I think that's.
Oh yeah, that's why I come back to.
Yeah, that's really like a metaverse. So, in response to Facebook's announcement, some of the metaverse tokens have really spiked.
Oh yeah, they've really pumped.
Yeah, I mean Mana. Which is on Coinbase, really, I mean, 300+%, maybe more than that by now. I haven't looked recently. I don't own any.
Oh yeah, I owned a little bit for a time. They had one of the largest live metaverse concerts, you will, a couple months back. So I bought some for that kind of pump.
Oh yeah,
I remember me talking about that.
Yeah.
But and you also have Sandbox, which BitBoy has come out and said he and his team own a lot, and I think he owns a lot of land in Sandbox. I haven't really played around with Sandbox a lot, but
I haven't either. I've heard, I've heard about Sandbox. I don't know if I've heard good or bad things, but I did have a gamer who I know quite well, who I had investigate the Decentraland for me, and he said, and this was more than a year ago, maybe a year ago or so. He said, no, it's terrible. But again, he's a gamer. He was, used to that. He said, "There's really nothing here. You just kind of walk around. You don't do anything." I don't know.
Yeah.
So I didn't buy any mana because of that. But now I am thinking, Metaverse may be a hot place to invest. Do your own research, but could be, a way to, thing of the future.
Yeah, for sure. And to be frank, I really, haven't spent much time in these kind of metaverse tokens or environments and stuff like that.
Me neither.
But I mean, I don't want to steal your thunder, Brian, but I'll let you take a sip of that. What I think is a delicious beer.
Yeah, this is good, isn't it?
Yeah, I actually like it
It's
a lot.
It's a good Imperial IPA.
Yeah, it's an IPA that's not too strong, which I really appreciate.
It tastes like a beer, but not overwhelming.
I could drink a couple of them.
Our pumpkin last time had too much other flavor.
Yeah, that was a one and done. But again, I don't want to steal your thunder. What was your comment on kind of the metaverse and metaverse tokens?
So I don't know how long ago, but maybe a year ago or so. I'm on the web and social media all the time. Just watching.
This guy lives on crypto Twitter.
Yeah, I'm just investigating crypto stuff, kind of like you. And and this really was very, very, very early. Like I didn't know. I don't know if I've even heard of an NFT before.
Okay.
And I came to the conclusion, this NFT thing, I don't really get it, but it could be the next big thing. And I even went to the step, okay, how do I invest in it? And this was, again, like more than a year ago, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And I couldn't find a good way to do it. And so I didn't. But I'd say it came true. I mean,
Oh yeah.
you know, NFT became the next big thing. And I kind of feel like that's where we are with the metaverse now. So, you know, I'm going to look. I think Decentraland Mana had its big run up. Yeah, I'm looking right here. Sandbox,
Yeah.
in the last 7 days has gone up 286%. Maybe I've missed that, maybe not, but you know, it's already had a big run up. Decentraland up 280 in the last 7 days on CoinGecko. So some of the others now, this has, and I'm not sure the definition of metaverse, but Axie Infinity. I've not played it myself, but I've watched it. I've learned about it. I don't know that I'd call it a metaverse. Maybe it is, but it's more of a game.
No,
Like,
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's almost like if you would, I don't know. It's very loose. It's almost like comparing like Grand Theft Auto, the game, to a metaverse. I guess in a way it is.
Maybe, right.
I don't know, but yeah. I
I'm
see
just
it more
looking
of a
at
game,
coin.
yeah.
So I'm on CoinGecko's list of metaverse coins by market cap. And it has Axie Infinity as the top one. And I'm not sure that. Decentraland, I think, definitely is. And then it has Engine Coin, which I don't see that really as a metaverse token either. It's considered a gaming token, which probably has tons of potential, but I don't know that it's a metaverse.
Yeah.
So then you got Sandbox, which I think definitely is. A UFO Gaming, again, maybe a gaming token, but I see it come up a lot in the metaverse conversations. Starlink, I think, is a metaverse token. And then Wilder World. I've heard of that, heard some big names talking about that. And then my neighbor Alice, I've heard about that. I'm not sure.
Wait, what about your neighbor Alice?
That's a token.
Got him.
It's called Alice. It hasn't had a big pump. So, you know, you might want to look for some of these that haven't had the big pump. That's a strategy, not financial advice. But.
Yeah, again, we're not financial advisors, but man, I am going to be, I'll just tell you this straight up, audience, planet Earth, that I plan to kind of jump on a couple of these metaverse tokens. I mean, at least for the short-term hype that's going on. Yeah,
get
just
a bag,
a little bag.
And if it pumps great, and then you sell it, and then we'll regroup. That's my plan. Yeah,
exactly.
All right, let's move to the last topic. We can be quick on this one. Loopring and GameStop. There's some connection there, Ross, and I'm going to let you take this one and run with it while I finish off my Imperial IPA.
Yeah, this is not FUD, people. I mean, this is a rumor, and it's kind of backed up by some legit stuff. So if you go to, I mean, you can do this right now. I'll link it in the description. But in Loopring's source code, you know, as most cryptocurrency code is open source, you can go to their GitHub, and there's a reference to GameStop. And there's a variable here. I don't know if any coders are watching this, but there's a variable called GameStop Meta. And they go to let me back up here. The rumor is that they're partnering with GameStop to kind of come up with this NFT marketplace because GameStop's trying to back up their high market value that they now are at and say like, hey, we've got more offerings. So there's rumor that GameStop wants to do an NFT, and then with those NFTs, they want to work with Loopring. But back to the GitHub story, if you go to their code, I'll link it in the description. Their code on GitHub, I mean, they have references to like GameStop level properties, GameStop images. So, I mean, that seems pretty, like, from a coding perspective, why the heck would you put like, you would never call like variables and aspects of your code, or I'm trying to put it down to layman's terms. Like, why would you ever mention GameStop in your code?
It's interesting. And
it's very fascinating.
The market seems to believe it. By the way, we did the Crypto Masters episode on Loopring and, you know, the LRC token. So check that out. But Loopring, apparently the market believes this because in the past 7 days, it's up 232%. And that's a pretty good move for, you know, something ranked in the top 100.
Oh, yeah. I mean, 40 cents to $1.40. I mean, that pretty solid return. And like, to summarize our final thoughts on that episode, but you should go watch. We gave Loopring a good thumbs up. We love that project.
Yeah, I mean,
really
you talk about
so,
you know, a layer 2 that has its own exchange, and you're not paying the crazy fees. Of Ethereum. I mean, I've got some tokens that I want to sell, and they're fairly obscure. So I can really only sell them as an American, without getting on a foreign exchange that I'm not supposed to be on, I can really only sell them on Uniswap and Uniswap version 2, and it's just the gas is just so expensive. It's outrageous.
Oh yeah, you could, in some cases, especially if you're in the short term, those are almost eating into your profits. It's not taking them all, with all the
well, I like ETH
gas
going
fees,
up, but ETH going up means my gas is going up. So
exactly, yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, Ross, we've had a good show here on Brews and Blockchain. I say we wrap it up, we finish our brews, and we come back with another show next week.
Oh, I like it, Brian.
Let's do it.
And hey, let me quickly say, Brian, hey, if you like what we're talking about, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and let us know if there's more topics you want us to cover.
We want to be interactive, so you put some stuff in the comments, or you email us. I guess do we have an email down below?
Yeah, we've got an email down below.
Email us and let us know, with legitimate ideas. Don't be silly. And we will literally consider them. We want to be interactive with our audience. We appreciate it. We've done that before. We've
if you just want to say hi, send us an email. We'll say hi back. Yeah. We'll send you a funny photo, and check out the cryptomasters.com.
Yeah, so this is a podcast, which we love our podcast audience. We have a good audience on podcasts. On YouTube, we need some more likes. We need some more subscribes. So if you don't mind doing that, we'd appreciate it.
Yeah, hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button.
You don't have to smash it or obliterate it. Just press it.
Give it a solid elbow, Brian. Yeah.
All right, thanks, everybody. Peace out.